Welcome to Animal Rescue Postmortem, where we analyze animal rescue videos from around the world, breaking down techniques, outcomes, and the critical decisions that make these rescues succeed or fail. Hosted by Chief Carmack, who holds certifications in multiple technical rescue specialties and has over 40 years of experience in human and animal rescue. Get ready for an insightful look at these life-saving operations.
Volume 10, video number 24. That's the end of Volume 10, isn't it? Here we are. Let's get right to it. We've got, I keep saying if animals can get themselves into circumstances beyond our imagination, they're going to do it. And then here we are. Here is a pile of baby squirrels that are twisted together by their tail. How in the world did they end up like that? Either way, so let's look at the circumstances. First of all, scene assessment. Make sure the scene's safe there. But then, the first thing you got to take into consideration on this type of incident is zoonotic disease. You've got to protect yourself so that you can't get something like rabies. Okay, that's really important. Really important. I can't stress that enough. And then, look, you got to spend a couple seconds laughing at them and then like, hey, bro, how did you get yourself into that? Now, moving beyond that, we want animal handling gloves on as protection. The parent you could come under attack from the parent. It's not likely. The parent's probably up in the tree looking down on this set of circumstances. And so how do we deal with this? It may be take the animal to a wildlife rehab place, and you may want to call them for advice, depending on what your circumstances are. Or if it looks like the parent hasn't abandoned the animals, then you may try to extricate them on the scene. Bandage, scissors. Remember, you want to take into account some portions of these tails may self-amputate, because I can imagine there's all this twisting and turning going on, that there's at least in one of these tails, the blood's been cut off to the tail, and it's probably going to self-amputate. All right, but having said that, it's a matter of doing what this guy's doing here is following along the tail and then cutting the hair from there, and then disentangling them, as well as there could be like portions of tree branch or whatever's caught up in there, if anything, other than the tails. And then I would just follow the tail down instead of trying to untangle them, because it looks like just a big, well, actually it looks like he's pulling that out. Looks like he's untangling them more than he's uncutting them. So I'm going to change what I just said and go, if you can untangle them, and it's clear, because, remember, I'm going what I'm seeing here, and it doesn't look very clear at all. But they're all running straight for that tree, which is a good sign, except for this one. Going in your pocket, bro, and you're stuck with it. Is disentangle them, maybe before cutting. I didn't realize that he is doing that. But if you can see it clearly, well, then untangle them instead of using something that cuts. And so, PPE, protect yourself from zoonotic disease. I would use eye protection here just in case, for whatever reason, it's your eyes. Look at those faces. And then disentangle or cut or transport to a wildlife rehab center. But before you do that, call them and say, hey, you want me to do it, leave them here, and then have you come out and deal with it, or bring them up to your facility. But have that kind of relationship established beforehand. What a mess. That would have been a fun call to go on, that's all I can say. And happily ever after. That's it. See you in Volume 11.